Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And normally I don't do this kind of stuff, but man, I am. It is amazing to me how TV stations, especially the news part, have divided themselves into we don't want to report any facts, we just want to create some division. Now, I'm not going to talk about the United States media because we all know it's ridiculous. They keep putting stuff on the news that is not news. Enough. Report what's going on. But in Canada, one of the stories that's on CBC right now, which is liberal. And then you got CTV that's mostly conservative. But honestly, they should report the news. So, Trans Mountain Pipeline's in the news in Alberta. It's in the news all over the place, and it's being featured that it cost $34 billion to build. And I just want to let you know, it did not cost $34 billion. What? Then why do they keep reporting this number? And I'm just going to let you know something. They've been increasing the number on the cost of the Trans Mountain Pipeline, which benefits where I live, Alberta, more than anyone. Saskatchewan also gets some because they have oil that's going to go through it. But for the most part, 900,000 barrels a day go to the coast out to the world. If there was no demand for this oil, it wouldn't have been built. So, is the Trans Mountain Pipeline cost $34 billion? It did not cost $34 billion. I will buy it tomorrow for $40 billion from the government tomorrow under two conditions. One, I get to see the receipts because I don't think it costs $34 billion. I think it's just an absolute lie. And the reason for this is what they've done is they've taken lawsuits into account. Not the cost to build. Lawsuits. Federal government, provincial governments have lawyers on retainer. They're paid whether they're working or not. It does not cost the federal government any more money to be sued by one person, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. The lawyers work for the government and they handle the cases. And well, guess what? Once they bought the pipeline and wanted to build it, everyone decided, I'm going to sue. I don't want your oil through British Columbia. Well, you guys can pay $5 a liter for gasoline because we don't have that pipeline, and you got what you wanted. So, there you go. Well, they're paying $2 a liter, but they'd be $5 if this didn't get done. Simple as that. But it did not cost $34 billion. Or, as CBC just put out the other day, $850 per person. Okay, fine, I'll cut a check tomorrow for my family of two. And I'll send it to the government, and they can put it in the Trans Mountain Pipeline Fund. And so their cost is zero. And then all the money it makes, all the $14 million a day it brings in, goes to the government. $2 million will go to run it. The rest goes as profit. So the federal government will now receive a $12 million payment per day. 365 days a year. That's $4.5 billion in profit a year. I will buy that pipeline tomorrow for $40 billion. Thank you. I got all my money back in 10 years, and then I just don't even understand how nobody understands the economics of this pipeline. Let's talk about the price of oil. Alberta companies that are producing oil, and I know I live in a province where everybody hates the federal government right now, and they always use the Prime Minister's name when they say they call it the Trudeau tax, and the Trudeau this and the Trudeau that. No, it's the federal government. By the way, a minority government. You can't just get something done, someone else has to help out. It's the federal government, and call it what it is. We here in Alberta will get approximately $20 a barrel. 156 liters. Is it 156 liters or 155 liters? 156 liters in a barrel. We will get $20 per barrel more. So if you punched a hole in the ground and are producing oil, I'm sorry, but my small company only does natural gas and we don't produce anything right now because the price of natural gas is under $1.50 a gig. And you bring oil out of the ground, you're getting $20 more per barrel because it can go through the Trans Mountain Pipeline. How do you like that? And you produce, say, 1 million barrels a day. That's $20 million going into your bank account. Royalties to the government, all these people working, all these bonuses, $20 million a day. Because the federal government built this pipeline. And you can't say thank you? Well, I'm here to say thank you for building me my pipeline. And I just want to let the internet know and the world know and everyone else to know, I will buy this pipeline tomorrow for $6 billion more than it costs to build. Just bring me the receipts. And one caveat, if I get sued by some mamby-pamby enviro group for something that has nothing to do with nothing, because it's done and built, federal government is on the hook for that, not me. I'm not doing litigation. And this is why they won't sell it, because they just lawsuit after lawsuit after. The only people making money are the lawyers. Thank you. Thank you very much. But the pipeline's done. So stop complaining about the pipeline. Say thank you. You don't have to like the federal government because they did the capital gains tax change. I don't like that. And I'm writing letters, and I've come up with a better way for them to generate the revenue on that for themselves instead of doing a capital gains tax change. Not that it really, I don't care. It used to be 55% of the gain, and now it works out to like 26% of the gain. So okay, so Chrétien brought it down. John Chrétien, the Prime Minister of Canada, Liberal Prime Minister, brought the capital gains tax down from 55% of the gain to half tax-free, half income, which brought it down to about 22-23% where I live. Now it's going up to 27-28%. Okay, I get it. Don't really like that, but hey. But this is about the Trans Mountain Pipeline. I am putting my bid in right now today. Mr. Federal Government, whoever is in the federal government, if you wish to sell this pipeline, please contact me and I will buy it off you for $40 billion. And I'll take my $14 million a day to start for the first year because there are contracts on that first year. And then I'll be taking my $16 a barrel per day, 365 days a year. And then in a couple years, it'll go up to $17 a barrel. And you get the message, eh? Nothing going through this pipeline is going to go down in price because everyone's getting $20 more per barrel. So they'll pay up to $15, $16, $17 a barrel to ship it. They're still making more money than they would have if the pipeline wasn't built. And every other barrel goes for more money, even though it goes through other pipelines. Because this will set the price. So say thank you. And remember, I'm buying this pipeline. I don't even know how to run a pipeline. But I'll hire the people to do it. And this is just crazy. So CBC, CTV, and all the rest of the news outlets need to say thank you. And us Albertans need to say thank you. We like this. And if you're going to protest my pipeline, I'm going to be there to protest against you. But just remember, protesting is fun. And everyone should do it. But what you don't get to do is camp. No camping. Cops, remove the camps. So thank you very much for tuning in. Well, I'm going to go buy my pipeline. My bid is $40 billion. Anyone else wants to outbid me, well, that's up to you. Have yourself a great weekend, and I'll see you in the future.